Well, howdy, 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 nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to this, another brand new day. Just moments ago, Amelia Kitty down here was up on my lap, which was kind of funny because also in my one hand I had a hamster, and in my other hand I had my headphones because I was doing a sound check to make sure everything was okay. So I had the hamster, the cat, the headphones, and I was trying to do checks, and so he's pretty active, he's pretty wild, he's a good little guy. I just wanted to show him off. I've swapped him back, so little Cream is back over against the wall, and this is little Cookie, and he's the sweetie, so I'm going to put him back in his cage. He was digging for food when I got him out, so he's hungry. There we go. He's a good little guy. Well, there are sad things that have happened today. Well, sad things that are happening. Haven't happened yet. Well, they may have. I'll start from the beginning. Last night, Mama Squeak, you see, she's been old and not moving up out of her nest lately. I just saw her, drinking water and then going back to her nest. And then, so when I fed her, I have just put food right around her so she didn't have to go far. Past couple days, I haven't really seen her moving. So last night, afraid, I double checked on her. I didn't just look in and put food and then make sure that she was breathing. I picked her up to check on her. She was on her way out last night. Her extremities were cold. Not cold, but chill, which means her heart is failing. She's not getting blood out to her extremities very well anymore. She was moving just slowly, so her heart is failing. Her tummy was kind of bloated, and she wasn't able to clean herself down in her nether regions as well. So she was starting to get a build-up of little, hamster pellets down around there. So I cleaned her up as best I could without bothering her too much because she's on her way out. So it was for comfort. And then I put her back down inside. So I don't know if she's even alive today. If she's gone, it's not like she's going to go bad and attract, insects that fast. If she's gone, I'm going to check on her tonight, and if she is gone, I'll be able to get rid of her, the body, and if she isn't gone, then I'll say goodbye again. So it is sad. She's one of my older hamsters. She's lasted forever. She was over 2 years old, I believe. She lived for at least a year while I lived in my brother-in-law's garage, hopefully my first and only of the day. And she lived there, and then I've moved here, and I'm coming up on 2 years here this February, so she lasted over 2 years. And hamsters live 2 to 4 years, but for me, if they hit 2 years, that's old. So she probably hit 3, and that's pretty good. But oh, there's a kitty in the window. But she's older, so she's either gone now, and I just need to tidy up in there, or she's on her way out. Thumbs up. Happens to us all. And that's the problem, of course, with getting these smaller, shorter-lived pets. They're much more intense, but then they die so much faster. And it hurts. It's painful. I have a whole lot of hamster-shaped holes in my heart. So, thumbs up for that. Yesterday, I took a look on how to get up out of Lower Shelton to Northern Shelton. And I talked about this a bit in my walkies videos, but I'll talk about it here too. There are, from Southern Shelton, where the hills are, to downtown Shelton, there is one major road and one minor road. And if either of those roads go down, you can't get easily from Southern Shelton to downtown. If either of those two roads go down, you have to go on the highway and then get to Northern Shelton and then drive into downtown. So that's special. And then from downtown to Northern Shelton, 2 roads. Just two. Literally, there are just two roads that lead from downtown Shelton to northern Shelton. Unless you take like Highway 3 and then go all the way out on a huge stretch through the countryside, or you get onto the highway. But there's no simple way. And of course they're doing construction on both of those routes, and there's no pedestrian walking through there because they're having to really smush the roads to do the construction. There's no room for people to walk through there. The sidewalks are gone, and there's construction and cars. So, yay! Luckily though, there's a way you have to take a footpath through the woods to be able to get up into northern Shelton from downtown. Yes, the only way that doesn't take 1,000 miles to walk or hitting the highway is to go back behind the library and take a path through the woods and then get up onto another road there. That's it. That's the only way. So yesterday I took a about 2.5 hour round trip, and I walked from my home all the way up to the Department of Social and Health Services, explained that I had asked for a card before, and then it must have gotten intercepted because I never had it. It never showed up. And so they took a look. The card was issued, but it was never used, so they killed it, issued me a card. I've changed my PIN, so I've got a food card. That's what I bought food with, some food stuff last night. I bought not a lot of really wonderful stuff, like a bunch of dried mashed potato stuff, because I like mashed potatoes and you can put stuff in it. You know, so that's good that way. And some meat products, some cheese products, mayonnaise and cheese and bread. So last night I had sandwiches. I eat a lot of highly processed carbohydrates, and I hate that. I try not to, which, you know, I don't eat as much bread as I used to, though bread is like one of the staffs of life. And I try not to eat too much candy, but I know I end up eating way too much processed carbohydrates. I need to have much less of that.
You are just a tenant here, you say, living in and out of this life as cheaply as you can.
But at least I've got food, and last night I ate, so I need the caloric intake. I'll worry about proper nutrition later. Now I do eat vegetation. I mean, yesterday, before I got my food card back, I'd eaten a can of green beans. So I do eat vegetation, and that's a good thing. But it was at least a 4-mile round trip. And after I had done all the stuff I'd done that morning, and then took that 4-mile round trip, by the time I got back, my legs barely moved. Now, when you talk about your hip joints, there's two ways. Medically, when you talk about your hip joints, if it does not hurt on the insides of your legs, you know, on the insides of your thighs, closer to your crotch, if it hurts on the outside and it's your hips, it ain't your hips. That's just simple musculoskeletal pain. If it's an actual hip pain, it hurts on the inside because your hip joints are real damn close to where your crotch is. Not real close that way, but it's like it's closer to there than the outside. If it's on the outside, you just got muscle pain. That's all there is. And so last night when I came back, muscle pain on the outside, but my outsides of my hip joints hurt so bad I could barely move my legs. So thumbs up on that. I also have, what's the word? Arthritis. It's either arthritis or bursitis in my sternum. I've had it since like the 80s and some, where periodically I'll just have a piercing pain that'll just circle my rib cage, and it's one of my ribs moved in the joint there, and and other times it'll feel like I'll sniff, which moves your rib cage outward, but I'll be walking, and when I do that, it feels like a soft thump in the middle of my chest, but it's right here where it happens, and your heart ain't here, that's your sternum. So I got a bunch of that going on, and of course it's freaky because it's your chest and it's pain, but I got sternum issues, so that's always fun. And then, of course, I fell asleep as soon as I got back. At least I had the 2 walkies videos done yesterday. I certainly hope that people enjoyed. I wanted to have other videos done as well, but I needed to get to DSHS, and that takes so long. Oh, it was hours and hours. I left here about 1 o'clock, got back around 4, so yay. And 90% of that time was just walking. Thumbs up for that. I mean, I enjoy walking. It's fun. I like it. It lets you think. It lets you do things. It's a very good thing. Now, real quick, really quick. I am both sad and depressed about this. I feel literally, because going to therapy after the death of my wife, after becoming sober in 2000, after all of these horrible things happening, first starting in 1989 when I became a nurse's aide at like 29 years old, when I was heavy-duty alcoholic. I feel like after decades, even especially during when I was married to my wife, I've been asleep. I've been sleepwalking. I have been unable to think and process and concentrate and remember. I have been asleep for decades. The last time I really remember being awake, fully able to concentrate and think was decades ago. I mean, even in the early 90s, when I was talking to some of my friends at the time, I said, you know, alcoholism is damaging me. I can feel my concentration gone. I have the attention span of a coked out butterfly. And that's when I first noticed it, and I have felt asleep for decades. Even when I got out of rehab and became sober, I did not feel like a human being because I was so damaged from my alcoholism. I didn't think anyone would even want to talk to me. I didn't feel like a human being. And then my wife getting so sick and dying, my social anxieties and cocooning up here. After talking to my therapist this past year, I feel like I've been waking up for the first time in decades. And it's good because I'm certainly glad that I can concentrate and think. It's nice. I really like the fact that I'm waking up. I can do things now. As hard as it is to do things, physically and mentally, as hard as it is to do things now, it is 10,000 times easier than it was even a year ago. And I imagine in another year, if I keep up with the progress, I'm going to look back to right now and go, wow, I was still sleepwalking then. But I feel just more awake than I have in decades. And the bad part about that is, of course, you have 25 years of youth in an average lifespan. You have 25 years of youth, during which 18 of those you're so young, you're just learning how to be a human being. And then you have 25 years of maturity where you're building a life, you're having children. And then you have 25 years of twilight with decline, inevitable loss, slow decay, and then death. I fell asleep 5 years into maturity. I'm turning 56 next month. I just woke up. I've got like 15 years, effectively 15 years left because I'm 56. Add 15 to that, that's 70. Add a couple of years to that, 15, almost 20 years left. I haven't been this awake since I fell asleep in 1989. All of my maturity time is gone. Thumbs up for that. But life is life. I mean, I'm glad I'm awake. I'm glad I've had the life I've had. I am who I am because of my life experiences. And aside from the fact that I'm having to put myself back together again, and I'm only now waking up after decades, it hasn't been terrible. I'm alive. I have all my limbs. I live under a roof. I have a computer. I've never gone to jail. I've never been arrested. I've been a lucky damn person. A lot of that, of course, is sheer accident of birth. My skin color. I mean, I realize how much I've got white male privilege that has helped me. I mean, good Lord, the fact that I've gone walking at 3 o'clock through neighborhoods and been trailed by cops that have been driven on. Had my skin color not been this color, I would have been in the back seat of the car when they drove off. I got white male privilege. I'm not utterly thrilled about it, but life is life. But if you could check out my game channel that I've got there, that would be awesome. I try to play a daily game a day, so if you like watching older people play video games, that'd be cool. It's not monetized. I'd like to get it monetized, but if it never gets monetized, that's okay. I'll keep making videos because I enjoy making videos, and I enjoy the fact that people enjoy watching them. So definitely a thumbs up. Now, I have opened 24 hours worth of comments in my community tab, and I'm going to go through and thank 20 to 25 people. Now, it is a range of 20 to 25 because I count in American Sign Language on the fingers of this hand. If I mispronounce your username, my sincere apologies. I'm better than most, but I'm an American English speaker, and it's only... No, I'm not reading the comments right now. I'm going to read them afterward. Thumbs up each one I read. Answer as many as I can, but for right now, I'm just thanking you for having left a comment. So good comment, bad comment, indifferent comment. Thank you for having left a comment. It is appreciated. So first off, we have Adrenaline TV. Thank you very, very much. And Rebellious, greatly appreciated. Brainstem Soup. Thank you very, very much. Juan Morales, greatly appreciated. Tundra Keeper, greatly appreciated. Kane, thumbs up and thank you. Marcus Gallegos, Gallegos, and it's hard to say English. The 2 L's can be pronounced with an L or a Y, so I don't know. I'm sorry I was spitting their bloody dentures. Sebastian Ferris, greatly appreciated. Ultraviolence Del Rey, greatly appreciated. Rob Schaller, thumbs up and thank you. Kayla Harper, greatly appreciated. The Hitman, and then I don't know if that's XD or if it's supposed to be an emoji, but thank you very much. Mama Chell, thank you very, very much. Greatly appreciated. And Kathy Kits Cat, greatly appreciated. Aaron Buckley, MP4, thank you very much. Luxanity, thank you very, very much. Seti Confetti, I sure hope I'm close. Shiva Rain Child, thumbs up and thank you. Mikkel Breeden, I sure hope I'm close. Hernan Sosa, thank you very, very much. EDM News, thumbs up and thank you. One Silhouette, greatly appreciated. Play-Doh's Cave. Excuse me. That would make me laugh. Plato's Cave with that famous thousands of years old thought experiment. Jesse Rubik, greatly appreciated it. And NSC, thumbs up and thank you. Greatly appreciated each and every one of you. You get me out of my head, into the real world, dealing with actual people and laughing over your usernames. That one was real good. Play-Doh's Cave. I like them a lot. Oh, shucks. Look at the time now. If you could check out my various links, I have Twitter, Facebook, GoFundMe, Patreon.com, Google+. If you could donate to my GoFundMe campaign or become a Patreon.com patron, like one of these beautiful and awesome people, that would be beautiful and awesome. But if you cannot donate, or you simply do not donate, I take all good wishes. I deposit them in the bank of my heart where I draw interest, so thank you very much. If you could toss me a like, I do appreciate all the positive validation I get from my existence. Definitely a thumbs up. And if you could subscribe to the channel, I would definitely appreciate that, and I'll do my best to keep you entertained from now to the literal end of time. And I know most people go just like, hey, smash that like, hit the notification button, and thank you so much, but I just like to say a bit more because I appreciate you. A little bit more. Do I? I hope I do. Anyway, though. Yeah, I couldn't think of anything, so I just drew a dumb picture. So, I'm still going to be making t-shirts with critters and stuff like that, and cups and really stupid posters, like with a picture of a Greebly that says like Guthnurb on it. There's going to be a poster of that. So, that'll be cool. I'm going to get one so you'll see what they look like, and then hopefully people will buy some, maybe. Hopefully. Anyway, though, you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side. I'm going to hopefully have a reaction video, going to hopefully have a game video and a game video from a game channel. So take care, and I will see you.